Pandora Navis are a rich tapestry of clans. From the forest-dwelling Omatikaya to the reef-riding Metkayina and the new clans in Avatar 3 Fire and Ash. Each clan holds unique customs, strengths, and secrets, all shaped by their environment. Join us as we journey through every Navi tribe and explore their role in Pandora's fight for survival. Let's get started. Omatikaya Clan. The Omatikaya clan, also called the Blue Flute clan, is the main forest-dwelling Navi tribe in Avatar. When we meet them, they live in a giant home tree in Pandora's rainforest. Skilled hunters and fierce warriors, they have blue skin that blends with the jungle. Deeply spiritual, they protect the sacred Tree of Souls and hold a respected place among Navi. Traditionally, the clan is led by an Olo-Aiktan, meaning the chief, and a Tsahik, meaning shaman. In 2154, this was a Tukan and Moat, but they were succeeded by Jake Sully and Neytiri after the first RDA conflict. Culturally, the Omatikaya revere the forest, live in harmony with nature, and perform rites like the Iknamaya, or Banshee bonding, to become warriors. In Avatar, the Omatikaya are the first clan to meet humans, who they call Sky People. Early interactions were tense. Neytiri initially did not trust the Avatar Jake Sully, but improved when Jake earned their trust. They fought back against the RDA's mining operation and, under Jake as Toruk Makto, united the clans to defeat the RDA at the Battle of the Tree of Souls. Their home tree was destroyed in that war, but they resettled at the Tree of Souls. Later, they led guerrilla strikes against the RDA's return and welcomed some allied humans, paving the way for peaceful coexistence through the Pandora Conservation Initiative. The Omatikaya play a central role in our story across the films and in Navi history, a proud, tradition-keeping clan who were first to resist human invasion. Next up is the Metkayina clan. The Metkayina clan are an oceanic Navi people introduced in The Way of Water. They live on Pandora's eastern sea reefs, in villages built on mangrove-like trees in sheltered atolls. Physically, the Metkayina are adapted to swimming, with thicker paddle-like tails, broader forearms, and teal-green markings that help them blend with coral reefs. They are skilled reef hunters and fishermen, riding sea creatures like the elu and forming spiritual bonds with the Tolkien, intelligent whale-like beings. In 2169, the clan is led by Tonawari, the Olo-Aiktan, and Ronal, the Tsahik. In Metkayina culture, tattoos are used to record personal history and status, and they expertly craft ocean tools, like spears tipped with razor shells. In The Way of Water, the Metkayina give refuge to the Sully family when they flee the forest. At first, the newcomers are treated with suspicion, but in time they are accepted, and taught freediving, breathing, and aquatic lore. When the RDA hunts the sacred Tulkuns to weaken the reef clans, the Metkayina stand with Jake's family to fight back. In the final battle, Tonawari and Ronal rally their people and other oceanic clans to defeat the RDA, showing their fierce loyalty and strength. Following the battle, Jake and his family are adopted into the Metkayina, forging a lasting alliance between reef and forest Navi. This will not be the last we see of the Metkayina. Now the Olangi clan, often called the Horse Clan of the Plains, are a nomadic Navi tribe who roam Pandora's grasslands. They live in mobile camps and are excellent riders, famous for breeding and riding dire horses, Pali. The Olangi are tight-knit and hardy, hunting large game and forming neural bonds with their Pali through Tsahelu. They wear leather and tan textiles that blend with the grasses. They trade with neighboring plains and forest clans, exchanging cured meats, leather and crafts for herbs or salvaged metals. Spiritually, they honor the plains creatures and likely visit Trees of Voices to connect with Eywa. In the first film's events, the Olangi answered Jake Sully's call and joined the Navi army to protect the Tree of Souls. Their dire horse charges played a key role in defeating human ground forces. They suffered losses from RDA gunships, and their chief Akwe was killed in battle. After the RDA's defeat, the Olangi returned to their nomadic ways. Mangkwan clan. Pandora's action will heat up with the introduction of the Mangkwan clan, also known as the Ash People. They are a secretive Navi tribe that's set to star in Fire and Ash. They may shatter the idea that all Navi are good. They live in a volcanic region, likely with ash-gray skin and rugged features from the harsh environment. They are rumored to have scarred neural braids, demonstrating their rejection of Eywa. Led by Varang, the Ash people are hardened by suffering and will do anything to survive, even things other Na'vi see as evil. Rumors suggest they might even adopt human technology and weapons, and attack sacred sites to cut off Awa's influence. The Ash people appear in the comic The Next Shadow as a haven for Na'vi outcasts who reject Jake Sully's leadership. Their separation from other clans makes them feared and distrusted. In Avatar 3, the Ash people will likely clash with Jake's family and the Metkayina. They might forge weapons from volcanic materials and ride fierce creatures like ash drakes. There are hints they may work with the RDA if it suits them, but they would not be simple villains. They fight for their own survival. Some think the Na'vi see the Ash people as dangerous outsiders, almost like a legend to scare children. Their language and culture may differ, and they might view other clans as weak. Either way, the Ash people will add depth to the story as we learn more about Pandora. Moving on, Tlalim clan, Wind Traders. Also debuting in Avatar 3 is the Tlalim clan, known as the Wind Traders, a nomadic Na'vi tribe that lives high in Pandora's skies, traveling on giant flying creatures called wind rays, or medusas, and airships. Creator James Cameron likens them to the camel caravans of the Silk Road, but in the sky. Their name means wind or breeze. Physically, they may have larger lungs or unique breathing techniques for high-altitude life. Their clothing is bright and colorful, adorned with feathers and fabrics that flutter in the wind, described as circus-like. The Tlalim are known for their cheerfulness and showmanship. They trade exotic goods like spices, sky pearls, and wind instruments in exchange for food and supplies. Their wind rays carry their homes, gondolas or platforms strapped to the creatures' backs, like flying ships. Their leader is Palak, who wears a grand cloak showing his status. The Tlalim have no fixed territory, but they're welcomed wherever they go. They live in harmony with their sky creatures, protecting them when threatened. They can fight from the air, dropping attacks on enemies. Tayrangi clan. The Tayrangi clan are an island and coastal Na'vi people known as the Ikran clan of the Eastern Sea. They live along Pandora's tropical coastlines and sea cliffs. Led by the strong-willed Olo'aikte called Akeni, legends say the Tayrangi were among the first Na'vi to ride mountain banshees, known as Ikrans, earning them the name Ikran people. They blend sea and sky in their daily lives, fishing from the reefs while roosting banshees on sea stacks. Tayrangi have muscular upper bodies for climbing and riding banshees, but they aren't as specialized for swimming as the Metkayina. They paint themselves in vibrant ocean colors and wear clothes made from woven seagrass, shells, and Ikran leather. The Tayrangi fought in the Battle of 2154, with Ikeni leading their attack on RDA aircraft. After the war, the Tayrangi remained mostly isolated on their coast. Tipani clan. The Tipani clan is a forest-dwelling warrior tribe. Their warriors are disciplined and skilled in stealth and guerrilla tactics. Their culture values courage, with young members proving themselves by hunting dangerous predators like thanators or viper wolves and wearing trophies as armor. Despite their warrior spirit, the Tipani also honor wisdom, with elders preserving Na'vi history and songs. The Tipani play a key role in the Avatar video game, which reveals the Tipani were early targets of RDA aggression due to their proximity to Hell's Gate. By the final battle of 2154, they joined Jake Sully's alliance. Human observers noted their use of hammered metal and animal hides as breastplates. Though they suffered losses, they survived the war. Tawkami clan. The Tawkami clan made their first appearance in Avatar the game, and are a reclusive Na'vi tribe living deep in Pandora's equatorial jungle. Renowned for their knowledge of botany, healing, and chemistry, they are sometimes called the Sky Seer clan. Their home, near Kekunan territory, is a swampy rainforest rich in medicinal plants and bioluminescent fungi. This peaceful, intellectual clan craft potions, dyes, and remedies from Pandora's flora. Their healers create powerful salves, making them invaluable allies during war. The Tawkami wear flowers, bright pollen paints, and carry satchels of herbs. They also domesticate small jungle creatures like sprite lizards and glowworms for ingredients and light. Although they prefer isolation, the Tawkami joined the United Front against the RDA during the assault on the Tree of Souls. The Tawkami embody the Na'vi's scientific traditions, wise, patient, and in tune with Pandora's secrets, standing in stark contrast to the RDA's exploitative science. Anurai clan. The Anurai clan is a legendary tribe from Pandora's arid deserts. They lived near the Bone Sanctuary, a valley filled with the skeletons of giant Pandoran animals. The Anurai have lean builds and sand-colored striped skin. They wear wraps and shawls for protection against the sun and sand, and rely on hidden springs and caves for shelter and water. Their totem animal is the fierce, elusive Thanator. Anurai jewelry, carvings, and pottery, made from bones, desert wood, and crystals, hold great spiritual value and are highly sought by other Na'vi. The Anurai are rarely seen, and their fate is uncertain. Still, their art survives as a tribute to their lost culture. Kekunan clan. The Kekunan clan are proud, fearless, and among the most skilled aerial warriors on Pandora. Known as the first tribe to ride Ikran, they live in Pandora's highlands, in foggy mountains and dense jungle near the Tawkami. Flying is central to their culture. They decorate themselves with feathers and war paint and live in cliffside caves and giant trees. Proud and self-reliant, they hold annual rites where young hunters risk everything to bond with a banshee. Once bonded, a Kekunan warrior paints their banshee's wings with unique clan markings. After the RDA's arrival, the Kekunan maintained their traditions and avoided direct conflict at first, eventually joining the fight during Jake Sully's uprising. Their skilled banshee riders played a key role in defeating Quaritch's forces from the air. After the war, they retreated to the highlands, rarely seen except at festivals or in times of need. Ta'unui clan. The Ta'unui clan is an oceanic Na'vi tribe from the Eastern Sea, living near the Metkayina. They build villages among mangrove trees and coral shallows. Like their fellow reef people, they have broad tails, strong lungs, and skin patterns that mimic the ripple of water. They live in marui pods over the water and grow ocean gardens of shellfish and seaweed. Ta'unui Na'vi sport elaborate tattoos that mark milestones, like trials, hunts, and children. In the way of water, the Ta'unui's village is attacked by Quaritch's recon unit. Despite torture and threats, they refuse to betray Jake Sully, leading the RDA to kill a sacred Elu as the first threat. Quaritch's unit then burns parts of the village and kills several Na'vi. This shows the Ta'unui's bravery and loyalty. The Ta'unui and Metkayina are close allies, possessing similar dialects and customs, and sharing trade, intermarriage, and festivals. Their ties to the forest clans were distant until the Sully family arrived. Now, they stand united against the RDA, with a deep hatred for the demons who massacred their people. Aranahe clan. The Aranahe clan is a Na'vi tribe known for their exceptional weaving and textile skills, living in the Kingler Forest on Pandora's western frontier. Their territory, called the Silk Woods, is filled with towering trees draped in silk-like webs from local creatures and glowing plants. The name Aranahe suggests spiders or weavers, fitting for a clan that makes fabrics from plant fibers and animal silk. They craft everything from clothing and baskets to tapestries in vivid patterns. Their totem is the Kingler, an arthropod that spins strong golden silk. They often wear flowing garments decorated with painted symbols and live in giant home trees known as Trr'ong, which are connected by rope bridges and fiber hammocks. Humans were unaware of the Aranahe until the RDA's invasion, and in Frontiers of Pandora, set in the 2160s, the Aranahe face threats from the RDA's forward base. At first, they try to hide by using camouflage and retreating into the forest canopy, but the RDA's machinery disrupts the ecosystem and kills the sacred Kingler. This provokes the Aranahe into resistance, transforming them from peaceful weavers into guerrilla fighters. Kame'tire clan. The Kame'tire clan is a Na'vi tribe known for their healing knowledge and shamanistic traditions, dwelling in the mysterious clouded forest of the western frontier, a misty, high-altitude jungle rich with medicinal plants and fungi. They look like other forest Na'vi, but may have larger eyes adapted to the dim light, and glowing skin marks for visibility in fog. Their name means Song of the Trees. A subgroup known as the Kame'tire live among the spires, gathering rare herbs from the unique microclimate. They brew remedies, perform healing rituals, and hold clan gatherings under a giant whispering great-cap mushroom, believing the spores carry their prayers to Ewa. The Kame'tire are allies of the Aranahe and Hulanta, and they also share spiritual ties with the Omatikaya. They view humans with fear and pity, seeing them as sick in spirit. Hulanta clan. The Hulanta clan is a tribe from Pandora's wetlands and marshes, known for their pottery and weaving. They live in a swampy region of the western frontier, building their wetland homes on stilts, or in giant trees above winding waterways and glowing bogs. The Hulanta have tanned blue skin from the sun and water, and wear light clothes that dry quickly. They're skilled clay workers, making beautiful urns, mosaics, and dyed crafts. They also weave reeds into baskets and mats. Their totem is the Tetrapteron, a small four-winged creature seen as Awa's messenger. Before the conflict, the Hulanta traded pottery with other frontier clans, but were isolated from the eastern clans. Even in war, they kept their traditions. Women painted clan symbols on dire horses and warriors' armor, while children wove mats in refugee camps. The Hulanta were due to be heavily featured in the cancelled video game Avatar: Reckoning. Zeswa clan. The Zeswa clan, also called Grass Travelers, is a nomadic tribe that roams the upper plains of Pandora's western frontier. They live alongside the giant Zakru, a bison-like animal following the herd's slow migration cycle, moving once per generation. The Zeswa protect the Zakru from predators and harsh weather, using their tents as windbreaks. In return, they get milk for food and drink, and wool for weaving. Their nickname, Wind Traders, comes from their traveling lifestyle and trading habits. The Zeswa are excellent riders, using dire horses on the plains and sometimes flying banshees. Their celebrations feature stylized dance fights, a mix of combat and storytelling. Their camps are decorated with colorful kites that mark migrations, announce festivals, and welcome traders. They also make eerie wind flute arrays that sing in the breeze, honoring fallen Zakru. In Frontiers of Pandora, the RDA's attempts to build routes across the plains force the Zeswa into open conflict. They join the resistance with their cavalry and banshee riders, fighting fiercely with dance-like moves that confuse the enemy. The clan is led by Nasim and her sister Minang. The Zeswa had a close bond with the Sarentu storytellers and were deeply affected by their loss. After the war, they continued to roam, a living symbol of Na'vi freedom. Sarentu clan. Also featured in Frontiers of Pandora, the nomadic Sarentu were Pandora's respected storytellers and oral historians, nearly wiped out by the RDA's brutal invasion. They carried songs and knowledge between clans, aided by their bond with tarshu plants. These plants would sprout wherever the Sarentu camped, retaining echoes of voices and memories in their leaves. Because of this, the Sarentu were known as the Circle of Voices clan, holding regular gatherings called the Circle of Songs to share news and settle disputes. Other clans respected the Sarentu as neutral peacekeepers and chroniclers. Physically, Sarentu had a mix of features from different tribes, and they often wore keepsakes from other clans. Tragically, the RDA saw them as a threat, believing their unifying influence could rally all the Na'vi against them. They were lured into a fake peace meeting. There, RDA forces massacred them, leaving only a few survivors. Some children were abducted into the RDA's TAP program to be raised as human loyalists. The loss of the Sarentu inspired the formation of the resistance in the western frontier. Though gone as a clan, their stories and songs live on through others. Tarshu plants still carry their voices, and at the Tree of Souls, Sarentu elders' voices advise strength and patience. Trr'ong clan. Last but not least, the Trr'ong clan was a forest-dwelling Na'vi group that was nearly wiped out during the First RDA War. Their name means last shadow of the forest, as they lived near the Omatikaya's territory. Though small, they were known for their bravery and strong war armor, made from tree resin and salvaged metals. Before humans arrived, they competed in clan contests and sometimes clashed with the Omatikaya over hunting grounds. During the Battle of the Tree of Souls, the Trr'ong answered Jake Sully's call. Tragically, their village was directly in the path of RDA gunships, which destroyed their home tree and killed many before they even reached the battle. Some warriors, men, women, even youth, joined the fight but were overwhelmed by the RDA's firepower. After the battle, the Trr'ong ceased to exist as a clan. Survivors joined other tribes, sharing their armor skills. The Omatikaya held a memorial for them at the Tree of Souls. The Trr'ong's sacrifice became a symbol of unity, inspiring Jake's resistance to name a guerrilla unit after them during the 2170 war. Their ruined village now stands as a sacred reminder of human cruelty, and a vow among the Na'vi to stand united. Other clans have been hinted at, but these are the ones we know so far. What role all these clans will play in the future remains to be seen. If you enjoyed this deep dive into who populates Pandora, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We'll be covering every new detail, every trailer drop, and every lore reveal as Avatar 3 Fire and Ash approaches. Stay tuned and stay one step ahead in the fight for Pandora.